Now, to give a great presentation, you need energy. You need to be excited, but you don't need to be nervous. I'll never forget, 1984, I had started a small medical publishing and training company, and I had to give a talk on stress and leadership to the YPO, the group of executives in America who were very well known. And I had this little tiny company, and I thought to myself, oh my goodness, these people know so much more. Who am I to give this talk to them about stress and leadership? And at the time, my co-author pulled me over and said, Mark, you look a little nervous. I said, well, how do you know? Well, you've got this red rash all the way down the side of your neck, and you're sweating. And you've got that little tremor. So he gave me a mantra that I've been using ever since, 1,000 presentations later, to help set the tone for my presentation. And I'd like to share that with you today. It's the mantra that I've used. I say this to myself before I begin my presentation. The first thing is, I'm glad I'm here. Yay! Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, Paris. Yay, I'm glad I'm here. More important than that, I'm glad you're here. Because without you, there would be no need for me. Now, here comes the hard one. The hard one is, I know what I know. All of us have been trained in healthcare very specifically. We always know that we're going to be criticized or critiqued or judged, or we will have questions asked to us. And there's always this lingering sense that, gee, how can I talk about publishing an article when Fuad's in the audience? Look how he's forgotten more about that than I've ever learned. Well, your synthesis, your experience, the way in which you put together your thoughts and your ideas may be just the spark that ignites knowledge and wisdom in others. And the last thing is, I care about you. So I'm going to keep this presentation to 12 minutes and move it along. But I'd like your help for just a moment. I'd like you to take a few minutes to think of the best presentation that you've ever attended. Who gave it? How long ago was it? What made that presentation so memorable that weeks, months later, you still remember it? It still has the power to affect you. I've asked this question of thousands of people, and I get a lot of answers. Inspirational. Sometimes we look back on our training days and we remember the great surgeon who inspired us to become facial plastic surgeons. You were moved, emotions. We speak in terms of words and figures. People hear and see images and emotions. Humorous, self-deprecating humor is, of course, the best humor, not canned humor. A great story that we remember. I could relate to where he or she was. Authentic, actionable, made things clear. These are all the great things. And we give lots of presentations in healthcare. We give presentations to our colleagues. We give presentations to consumers, to patients, to prospects to come into our office. We have our audiences that are large and audiences that are small. Short presentations, 12 minutes, 2-day, 3-day training presentations. They can be technical or motivational, but there is a set of principles that underlies all great presentations. And I want to go over just a few of those principles very quickly with you today.